Snow up there. Not unheard of in August to get snow in some of our upper peaks. This is looking from Breckenridge towards Hoosier Pass. If you know the area, there's also Mount Lincoln, Quandary Peak, Mount Bross, some 14ers. The area is no indication of our winter, but in Alaska, when you see this, we call it termination dust. It signifies the end of summer and the beginning of winter. And then, of course, miners would have to prepare for a long, hard winter. That's not the case in Colorado, but we will start to see more of these on occasion. Most of what we're seeing right now is this America's Mattress Live Tower Cam. Partly cloudy skies, cumulus clouds popping up, little popcorn clouds moving around. Not much else. On radar, we're rather quiet. On the hazards page, we're quiet across our Tri-County area, but further to the south, we still have we have a flood advisory, we have a flood warning. Again, that's where all the activity is at this time, and most everything's getting pushed further and further to the south. So at this hour, 6 o'clock, it's not likely those storms will sustain much longer beyond the 8 o'clock hour tonight. Sun goes down right around 8 o'clock, so we're losing daylight just a wee bit. Rain totals from primarily yesterday, still coming in with a 24-hour period. Montrose for the year, well, I should say for the month, we have about 1/4 of an inch rain accumulations. For the year, we have a deficit about 2 inches. For Grand Junction, we're pushing towards that 1/4 inch. We're not quite there. And of course, our rain deficit close to the 2-inch category. We have another round of rain showers to look forward to. Not tonight, not tomorrow, but once we get into the end of the week, Friday, Saturday, even Sunday, we should get another pulse of that monsoon energy coming right at us. Radar at this time, a little dark cloud north of Delta and the higher elevations, probably Cedar Edge getting a little rowdy right now with some of those showers and thunderstorms. Again, most of the activity is further to the south. Nuke, Natarita, Norwood, it has become a very regular occurrence for these storms to move through with both gusty winds, lightning, and some flooding concerns. So if you're driving through the area, whether it's Highway 90 or 141, keep both eyes on the road. You might see some debris, a little bit of rocks there. Again, San Juan's, but none of this is really going to sustain all that much further tonight. And getting into tomorrow afternoon, well, just partly cloudy skies, very little rain potential because most of it again is getting pushed further to the south. But that all changes on Friday. We have a big shift in the pattern, so we get into our weekend with more storms Friday night carrying over into early Saturday morning, and then Saturday night carrying over into Sunday morning. Now, our high pressure system to the north is driving all of these storms further to the south today, and it will continue to do so tomorrow, introducing a good amount of dry air for at least 8/10 of the state. So everything's getting pushed further and further to the south tonight. Tomorrow, it remains to the south in Arizona and New Mexico. Now, at the same time, this high pressure system is filtering in the dry air. We have this low pressure system to our south, northern Mexican low, the Sonoran Desert, the Chihuahua Desert, if you will. This is actually going to get trapped underneath this ridge of high pressure. This ridge will reestablish itself further to the south by this weekend, and that'll pulse in our North American monsoon drive, which gets our storms from north, or I should say from south to north. But that low pressure system getting trapped under that ridge, that's just added energy that's going to add fuel to the fire. Pun not intended, but that's really going to be the kicker that's going to drive a few of those storms on the intense level. So I do anticipate flood watches, flood warnings becoming a little bit more widespread for our area locally. So driving through the mountains, driving on I-70 this weekend, that's something you're going to want to pay attention to. Even though tomorrow with the dry air and the warmer temperatures, that's going to be short-lived because we are going to be driving that high pressure system further to the south. Temperatures right now, low 80s at Montrose, rather subdued, near 90-degree readings for Grand Junction and for the Delta area. High temperatures for the day, supposed to be 91 for Grand Junction. That's what we hit. Supposed to be 87 at Montrose. Did not hit that. Tomorrow we should get a little bit closer to the averages for Montrose. Tomorrow we should exceed the averages for Grand Junction and for Delta. So keep that in mind. If you're outside working, it's still going to be hot, little muggy, but there's a lot more sun exposure tomorrow with fewer clouds around the area. Wind speeds 5 to 15. That's expected to continue tomorrow. And then of course we'll have storm associated wind gusts this weekend because this is what the weekend looks like. Lowered temperatures as a result of the return of that monsoon surge, and that's going to come in from south to north, and I think it's going to get pretty rowdy Friday night. So I know there's a lot of people out for Food Truck Fridays, a lot of food trucks out and about this weekend. Just plan accordingly and just be prepared. Some of these storms will blast some wind and drop some rain, and that of course accounts for many locations on the western slope through at least Monday morning.